Hi, we're C1 Group 1. I'm Tanisha.
I'm Fiona.
And I'm Constantine.
This is our director's commentary in response to our media production coursework.
The task we were set was to create a music video.
We have chosen the song Foundations by indie pop song artist Kate Nash.
We have decided to answer similar questions that were asked for the audience feedback.
These include areas in need of improvement,
Areas of success and specific questions relating to both production and post-production. Personally, I thought the camera work was kind of shaky at times, especially when we did the spaghetti one.
Yeah.
That wasn't. I don't think that was fault of our own personally, because it was something to do with the tripod where it's quite shaky. I think if we spent more time and effort on it, then we could have probably perfected the camera work.
Yeah, but especially like the camera angle as well, when it's the wind-up toy and it comes into focus.
Oh
but
yeah,
that was a good shot.
yeah, definitely. And the use of the fact that we did the
Stop
out
motion.
focus choices. Yeah. I did think that from what we've done, like what we created, the camera work was fairly okay, but to get it to a higher grade, we could have focused more on it and obviously put more effort into it, because that's the thing.
and then more variations of shots.
Yeah, definitely more variations. With our experience in editing, I think that it was quite slow. It went quite slow because we weren't happy with the original shots that we did take. So with that, morale dropped, and we didn't really have as much focus or communication, and there was a lack of that, which I think did show in the editing, but only to, which reflected in the shots as well. But I think we picked it up with the editing. We stayed focused and we did a pretty good job for what we could have done.
Yeah, and especially the amount of effort that we put in with the green screen as well. That was hard to try and get that all clean cut and everything.
The green screen was definitely one of the biggest problems, because we didn't think it would turn out like that. We thought it would have been really easy to do, but obviously it was a bit harder.
Most of them turned out well.
Yeah, most of them did turn out well. Some of them where the movements were too fast, that didn't work out that well, but that's not something we could have really avoided, because obviously she had to move in the thing. But other than that, I think from what we had, the editing was really good.
I think the cuts were a bit too long, too slow.
Yeah, some of them. There's specifically a shot where we have the shot of Rita just staring behind bars, and personally I don't think that's a very good element, as we could have filled that in with more, like, a different variety of shots, or extended some of the stop motion that we had, but that's just fault of the fact that we didn't have as much lack of communication, because we didn't have such a variety of shots that we could have used as backup. So that's why we had to elongate irrelevant shots, really.
Recycle other shots.
Yeah. But the editing, personally, I think that was quite a bit of a triumph, considering how we started off as a group. It wasn't very well.
Yeah. I think one of the aspects that we could have done better in is basically the amount of shots that we got and some of the quality of the shots. Like you said before, the whole bar one and some of the playground shots are just like really random.
Yeah,
so I think maybe we should have got something like...
we should have got some.
Yeah, we should have done a lot more stop motion, because that worked so much better than the actual recorded shots.
I mean, the song that we picked, there was we have so many opportunities to do such a really good video. It's just the main thing that we pointed out throughout this commentary is that lack of communication and focus and effort was just clearly one of those problems that we encountered along the task. If we had stuck by being focused and got more shots, and I think we could have produced such a good piece. But what we have now, I think, is good, but there are definitely a lot of improvements that we could have worked on.
In a way, I kind of wish we had chosen a different song.
Yeah,
definitely.
And,
a more upbeat song would have been good.
More shorter song, because 4 minutes is too much.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. A different song, there's no going back on what we did, obviously, but to make it better, I think a different song would have been a good idea, especially one, because we did pick Foundations because everyone sort of knew it, and the actress, she knew the lyrics, so that's why we thought, it'll be easy, but obviously it turned out not to be. Also,
it's about the moment kind of thing.
Yeah. Also, I think we should have gelled as a group previous and prior to actually setting out and doing stuff, and also been so much more precise and produced such good schedules that were on time and on cue and everything. So we would have been able to finish with early time, and if we needed more shots, we could have got them sooner rather than later, which was what we had to resort to in the end. I think some of the ideas we used were really, really good. I think they were really creatively shown, that we'd thought relatively outside of the box with, the wind-up toy, even though that was in her original video.
Was that one?
Yeah, it was a little baby. But Constantine bought the wind-up toy, which was of a Frankenstein, and at first we did think, it was totally random or pointless, but it actually worked well because that's sort of resembling the male character, as being a grumpy monster kind of thing. And the lemon scene, which was sort of it's a group decision to do the lemon scene, which I think was really good. And it didn't execute very well, specifically because of the green screen, but the idea was there, and I think you can take into account that we tried, and it was a good idea originally. The stop motion, I think, was
really like the fridge magnets.
Yeah, definitely.
We had trouble with that though for the first time. It didn't work at all.
Reshoot it.
Yeah, but we did. We shot it at Rita's house, the original scene, but then we shot it outside. Inside college, outside a classroom, on this corridor, and that
so much better.
Looked so much better, and that was done in about 2 minutes flat, as opposed to the hour it took us in Rita's house. And the stop motion altogether, though, I think we've done really well on. The ideas were, flowing with that, and I think it was, that made the video significant, really. Overall, I did enjoy the video, just because obviously it's our efforts gone into it, and considering our efforts weren't so high, I think we did produce quite a good piece. I think I would have liked it more if we did obviously have better communication, better efforts, and better focus. And obviously, I think we all agreed a different song.
Yeah.
I think we could have excelled so much because I believe that we have the talents to do so. But overall, it's a fair piece of work, but we could have done so much better.
Better, definitely. We got what we got though. We tried our best. Just tried to get up there with the editing, so hopefully it would have worked out alright.
I think, like I said before, it would have been easier if we got more shots. And then plus, we did intend to take more shots, but lack of communication and all that other stuff, we decided not to take them.
And time, I think we didn't take into account that we only had, I think that's 3 months? 3 months to do it in, which is a very short period of time, plus doing a digipack and a whole vlog.
But that said, we wasted, September?
Not communicating, we know.
Yeah.
I think we're a bit lazy.
So
it's because we were sort of thrown together, so
we
know
were thrown
each
together,
other,
and I don't think that's an easy thing to overcome. We did eventually, because we decided, we came to the conclusion that this is our grade, this is going to affect our grade, so we need to definitely knuckle down. But
too little, a bit.
We can always try and blame certain things, like we're thrown together, and the camera equipment and everything was very good.